Okay, so I got a Spider-Man full sketch this time, and the recent one I put up on the top. I don't actually put more on, just like put one that worked on, stack the rest. You could even put them into your sketchbook after, if you need to, when you're applying to your school. So they will look at loose work, but you have to glue it into your sketchbook. I did not know that till after. So markers can be pretty expensive, so I never did much markers when I was in my school. I did art fundamentals, and markers were very expensive for me. Even those Copics, but it was very fun for me to work on whenever I had a chance to have some markers. But now I see those comic book people draw. They also do a little pencil sketch, but you can either do it freehand or you could trace it out. You just need to fit it onto a page that you have. But they use the comic book paper. So I'm just using regular paper. So it's a little bit fatter look because of the style of the pen. But they can cost up to $5, $10, even $20. So that's a lot of money for a student. That's why I never really did much with markers or watercolor. And I drew in where the shading would be. I could put a little bit of the veins coming, but not a whole lot with this marker. So I would have to buy like a thinner marker because I'm doing the full figure. But it's doable with the fat tip. Just gonna be a bit wider than usual. And get the fingers coming. This is all I would like to do for comics. I did have an interest in comics. But now mostly everything's digital. Just put a bit here. And then if you have your Copics, you could roughly color that in. So I'm not sure where the creases are. That's why I use for the creases with pencil for the feet. And then here they're doing my own style. Spiderman. And down here I can put comics. Spiderman, end of spring. Touch up there. So this is with a fat tip pen. So smaller tips will cost you more money. Just be aware of that. If you want to do more full figures like pin-up style, then you're going to be prepared to pay up more. So markers, watercolor gets pretty expensive. Especially for a high school student that doesn't go into college and they don't have much money. And you're expected to buy all these supplies. So animation table ain't needed for comics, but it's what I have to work with. And you could just buy a drawing table and that would be enough. If you just want to do your basic marker drawing. That's all. I don't even really need a Cintiq, but if I want to do like a bouncing ball animation, then you would need to buy different paper, all that. But that's why I have this drawing desk for the bouncing ball stuff. But this is how I would do my markers now after I left school. It's kind of fun still, even to do little videos like this. I could try to buy bigger sheets of paper maybe to get the same feel but draw them bigger. You could do some of that like a newsprint, but they have like white paper now, so not the gray tone, brown tone. And yeah, you could eventually need to submit, if you draw loose and you could apply to school, you could cut these out and then just glue them into your sketchbook. Make sure they fit, so if sometimes they overhang, then it'll look weird in the sketchbook. So yeah, I would do something like this for people for comic book day and stuff. Maybe hand them out. I don't know how much it would charge, 10 bucks a sketch like this, but getting any kind of marker is kind of expensive. A thin marker, a little bit thinner marker would be better. I don't know if I would go into those Copics, but I'd probably pick up like a black or something to do the full figure ones. And that's going to be my sketching progress for comics. Thanks for watching. How I changed my style over the years into with markers. I don't get to draw it that often, but I could try to get a little bit closer for you next time. Maybe from here or something would be a little better, but I don't have a camera person to hold it, so you'll have to do with what I have for now.